Today I'm going to be doing a full face of SAIE Beauty. I'm so excited to show you these formulas of these products, the amazing base products, and I just feel like I really like the way SAIE makes my skin look, but also I really like the way these products feel on my skin. It's very, very dry skin friendly formulations, and they just negate dullness and make you look so glowy and beautiful. The other thing I really wanted to highlight for this video for you specifically is that they are having 25% off site-wide. You will get a free SAIE mascara for the Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. This video isn't sponsored. I genuinely love the brand, and I think this would be great for you to use as a shopping reference if you do choose to shop the sale. So I'll have more specific information about that in the description box, but yeah, I hope you find this video helpful, and we'll just get right into it. So my personal favorite product, top 2 personal favorite products from SAIE, is the Sunglow Glowy Super Gel. So this is the full-size version of the Sunglow. Now there's another shade as well, which is lighter and more of a true pearl champagne shade. This one is in the shade Star Glow. So you can give the product a go by trying the smaller size first, but I really like this. It's very serum-like. I'm gonna give you a demo of this as well. But for the holidays, they also have a limited edition duo where you can get this size of product. So you'll get Star Glow and then also a limited edition shade in the Super Glowy Gel. And this one is called Warm Glow. So this is SAIE Warm Glow. The texture of the product itself is so lightweight, and this is definitely the type of illuminating strobe I would recommend to anybody who wants something that's going to be as natural as possible. You can see it just gives the very softest amount of glow in comparison to the side of my face that doesn't have any. Now, because this is so subtle, it's definitely really ideal for people that tend to have a little bit more visible texture on their skin and they don't want to emphasize the texture, because this is so subtle while still giving you that really gorgeous, luminous glow. It doesn't emphasize things on the skin that you don't want to be emphasized, and I also feel like it just looks so nice and natural. This is definitely a really ideal product for if you're somebody who tends to maybe not wear a ton of face makeup, but you like to just do spot concealing all over the face. It's definitely really ideal for that. Warm Glow definitely has a much more noticeably peachy, warm glow to it compared to Star Glow. Star Glow is going to be falling in line with more of your traditional, true pearl champagne. Warm Glow still gives you a little bit more of that peppy, awake looking, not flush, but glow on the skin. So I really do like that. Skin definitely feels really nice and prepped and ready to go for makeup application. But as I mentioned, you can definitely get away with wearing the Glowy Super Gel on its own and just spot concealing, or you can put products on top of it. So SAIE has 2 different types of base products. They have the Slip Tint, which is the tinted mineral sunscreen, and then they also have SUNVISOR. Now, SUNVISOR is supposed to be your serum, your oil, your moisturizer, and your SPF 30 all in one. I'm gonna show you a little bit of SUNVISOR, but I'm also gonna show you Slip Tint as well. So SUNVISOR is going to give you, honestly, a really tiny bit of coverage, but this is a tinted sunscreen, so it doesn't give you white cast. And the coverage, like I said, is very minimal. You can still see my illuminator peeking out from behind it, but as you can see as well, it's not really providing the skin with all that much coverage. It just kind of has a very soft, very faint blurring effect. Still definitely gives you a little bit of extra pep, but definitely not going to give you coverage or kind of completely hide things if that's what you're going for. But SUNVISOR is definitely one of my favorite mineral sunscreens. I just like how it doesn't leave me with any white cast whatsoever. But they also do have the Slip Tint. Now the Slip Tint comes in a bunch of different shades. Mine is 5.5, and what I really, really like about the Slip Tint is this is a mineral sunscreen that provides the skin with coverage and a really good amount of it. Now, that being said, if you don't want a ton of coverage and you just want a little bit, I think you would still want to wear whatever sunscreen you're going to be wearing for the adequate amount of protection on top, underneath of this, and you'll still get the right amount of sun protection. But if you're just going to be wearing a drop of this as your base coverage, I still do think it's pretty important that you wear your other sunscreen amount underneath it. Now this gives very soft, very sheer coverage. Definitely gives the skin a little bit more of a overall evened out look. I think my skin looks really nice and hydrated whenever I wear this. I like this a lot during the summer because it doesn't feel slippy on the skin, but your skin still has a lot of movement. It doesn't dry down and feel heavy on the skin. I just like how lightweight this feels. Now this is a sunscreen with a tint to it, so I do find that for this being like your main coverage product, I think you'd have to do a lot of touch-ups if you only wore this. If you paired this with concealer and powder, I don't think you'll have to do touch-up, but if you are truly a makeup minimalist and you really just want one product for coverage and to be done with it, you can definitely achieve that with this product, but there are touch-ups that will have to be done if you just choose to wear this. So I definitely think that setting it with powder gives it a little bit more staying power and just helps the product, you know, perform as best as it possibly can while also giving you the good coverage that you want. SAIE also has the stunning HYDRABEAM concealer. I have two different shades. I use my brightening shade, which is shade 4, and then my face concealing shade, which is shade number 5. So 5, what I like to do is just go in, really warm it up with my fingertips, and this I will just dot on anything that I want some extra coverage. This concealer is so emollient. It's a really nice creamy concealer and it just melts into the skin so beautifully. I'm gonna give the coverage point on this about medium to full. So it has the ability to really be built up and hide things, but it can also be sheared out really nice. Now this concealer also has a little bit more of a luminous finish. I'm also gonna use this to do a little bit of highlighting. But anyway, if you tend to like a concealer that's a little bit more natural, I think you will really like this. However, if you want something that is genuinely going to be super full coverage, really gonna give you a lot of, you know, matte smoothness and just overall kind of look uber flawless, I don't necessarily think that this is the concealer for you because this tends to look a little bit more creamy, got a luminous finish on it, which I personally love. I think it just looks so gorgeous underneath the eyes, and I like how it brings light to the face and makes light bounce off of the areas of my face, but definitely not for anybody who wants, you know, like a super full coverage matte looking concealer. And I feel like you can really see now with the concealer on and the tinted sunscreen, it's starting to look a little bit more like I have a little something on my face versus just looking like really good skin. So I built up the concealer to about medium coverage. I'm not trying to go totally full coverage today. But you can see, you can definitely get coverage out of these products and really, you know, build them up to get the amount of color that you want from them. But I really do think the concealer is so pretty. If not used for the face, for concealing like darkness and things like that, I just think it looks really pretty underneath the eyes. I've enjoyed this since I first got it over the summer. It was definitely one of my favorite concealers of the summer. I just thought it looked so peppy and so beautiful underneath the eyes, especially on like natural no makeup days. SAIE also released a cream bronzer. This came out sometime around spring or summer. I really think this is such a great cream bronzer. It's very emollient and very easy to work with. It's another one of those cream bronzers that's not going to be overwhelming and even to a beginner because it has a really easy to work with formula. So I like to pick it up on a brush or a sponge. I'm just gonna use a brush today. With cream bronzers, I know I've told you this a million times, but it's because it's true. They mimic your skin's texture and they look more realistic and like an actual tan on your face than some powder bronzers do. And you can see I'm really going light-handed with this to get it to look nice and natural, but it's not one of those bronzers that's like so overwhelming that the pigmentation just takes over the face and it makes it difficult to use. But this one definitely has more punch than the Merit bronzer. So the Merit bronzer is definitely like the most natural sheer bronzer. The SAIE one is still nice and natural, but if you tend to be a little bit more of a bronzer lover and you want the ability to be able to kind of, you know, build it up a touch more, you might enjoy SAIE more than you would the Merit one because you can get a little bit more definition from the SAIE one. And honestly, like right about this point in the routine, I feel like you can really see what I'm saying. We have a tinted sunscreen on and concealer and then a little bit of cream bronzer, and these products just look so good. And the cream bronzer, although it's like, you know, like I said, more pigmented, it doesn't look overdone and it feels really good too. The SAIE products feel moisturizing on my skin. They feel comfortable. They don't feel like drying or tight. They just feel really, really good. So SAIE also has cream blushes. I have two shades. I have Spicy, which is this gorgeous terracotta cream, and then I have Dewy, this is Rosy. I'm gonna mix these two together today. These are so pigmented. I have a little bit of Rosy. I'm gonna mix in some Spicy so you can see the both of them together. I actually really prefer them mixed together. Once I've got it mixed up, I'm just gonna pick it up on a brush and I'm just gonna lightly build this on the cheeks. I don't like a super intense punchy blush, but if you do, you can really build this up and get that type of result from this, but I like something a little bit more natural. The thing that I really like about these SAIE blushes too, they're like pigmented and creamy, and the actual like shade that you get is very opaque. So when you put this on top of your base makeup, there's no lifting that happens because you're putting such a creamy, opaque cream blush on top that it doesn't wear away at your base products that you're using for coverage. Oftentimes, I'm sure you guys have tried cream blushes that aren't quite as like creamy and opaque. They can cause a lot of lifting, and then all this hard work that you've put into your base gets lifted up when you use the cream blush. So these are formulated perfectly to where the pigmentation doesn't interfere with whatever you're putting it on top of. It's not going to negate all the hard work you've put into your base, and I love how natural and soft these look. Start mixing these two shades together some more for the winter. I feel like this is such a cute, like cold girl winter shade. So SAIE does have a highlight, and it's the one product I haven't tried. It's called the Dew Balm. It's the Bouncy Marshmallow Highlighter. So if you've tried that, let me know if I need to get it, but it's the one product from the brand I haven't tried and I don't have. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury liquid highlight because I think that that will pair really nicely with the rest of these gorgeous creamy products. So now for my powder users, I want to show you how these products set down and look with powder. So I'm going to use my favorite right now, the Givenchy Prism Libre. This is in the shade number 4. I just tap one time, get my powder, and then I'm just going to lightly tap right under the eyes, and you will see you're not going to interfere with the dewiness of the base. It smooths everything out in a really gorgeous way, and it's gonna help these products stay in place a little bit longer. The SAIE products, they do set down. So like the cream blush, once it dries, even though it's a dewy set, it doesn't stay feeling like tacky or oily. But if you do want to improve the longevity of these products, I think powder is the way to go. It's just gonna give you a little bit of extra wear time and really ensure that your products last you the entire day. And honestly, the longevity of the products sans powder is really going to depend on your skin type. So because I have a dry skin type, the products from me, I can get a pretty close to a full day's wear depending on the activities and the environment and the setting. There's so many variables that go into longevity for me personally, but if it's just a normal day, there's nothing too crazy going on, I'm not too sweaty, I can definitely get 6 to 7 hours wear out of the concealer and the skin tint on its own. But if I want like a full day's wear, I'm gonna be sweaty, I'm gonna be doing things, I don't have time for touch-ups throughout the day, I always want to set with a little bit of powder and setting spray just to ensure that these products last as long as possible. So then we have SAIE's mascara. This is Mascara 101 from SAIE, and during the sale, if you spend $50, you get a free mascara. So I want to show you this mascara because it's actually a really good one. This mascara has a really unique wand. It's also nice and tiny, so easy to maneuver around the eye. I do love the little end bit on the wand because you can use that to really target certain areas and also just build the mascara up for more definition and length in certain spots if that's what you want. And honestly, I feel like getting the free mascara just for spending $50 is worth it because this is a really good mascara. I'm gonna build up a couple coats of this so you can really see how it performs. Get those little lower lashes and the inner corner of the eye, then just comb through using the longer parts of the wand. And there's Mascara 101. It looks so good. So nice on the top, so nice on the bottom, not clumpy, but still gives you a lot of really great volume, a lot of great length, and I really like how it beefs up the lash line area so that you look like you have eyeliner on. And the last products we're going to be talking about are the SAIE lip blurs. I was so excited when I got these over the summer. I think they're one of the best lipstick formulations and I love the formula of these. They're so creamy. I'm going to share the video that I did swatching every single shade. I did a little YouTube short on them, so I'll have that in the description box if you're interested in seeing every single shade from this line. But I'm going to share my two favorite shades with you. So I really like the shade Modern, and then I like the shade Nouveau. So Nouveau is my favorite. So I'll put Modern on really quick. So here is Modern. So pretty. Again, like a really nice fall winter shade. It's rosy and feminine without being like so pink that it looks summertime and springtime. I think it's a really gorgeous shade for the colder months. I'm doing just a touch of lip pencil because Nouveau is more of a nude, so I'm using the Victoria Beckham lip definer, and then this is my favorite shade, Nouveau. And I'm just putting a touch of lip balm on top. Okay, and so here is Nouveau. Really nice, soft nude. Obviously, it's matte and more fully opaque. Like I said, I will have the short that I did where I do like full-on swatches of these lips, but you know me, I like a little bit more of a balmy finish, and I like more of like a sheer versus opaque finish on my lips. But the ones that look really pretty opaque are the shades that are more bold, so like the reds and the deeper kind of Merlot, winey types of colors. Those look really good, fully opaque, but just my personal two are Nouveau and Modern. They're just really great everyday shades for my skin tone and my, you know, day-to-day makeup tastes. Alright, and there we have it, a full face of SAIE. I love the way the complexion turned out. I just think that these base products are so nice and effortless, but still give you the look that you're going for. And I do like the customizability of them to where if you really want it to look like you're not wearing any makeup at all, you can do that, but you can also build them up and still get a little bit more of a glam makeup if that's what you're wanting. I really fell in love with this brand this year and started purchasing more to add to my collection because I like it so much. It's just a really nice kind of understated but polished look with all of these products, and I just like the vibe of the brand. I like the way that the products look on my skin, and I like the formulations of the products. So if you have any questions regarding these SAIE products, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Let me know if you have tried the marshmallow highlighter because I'm very curious about that. I wanted to get this up quick for you because I know with all of these like Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, it's getting a little bit hectic. And when I saw that SAIE was having 25% off site-wide and then the free mascara with the $50 purchase, I was like, okay, we got to get this up for everybody so they can see the products in action, and hopefully you can use this as a shopping guide. But also remember, it's only going to be on SAIE's website, so it's not going to be through any of the other retailers. This video is not sponsored. This is just another one of my favorite brands that I'm loving right now, and I really wanted to do a guide for you for the holiday season. Any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments down below. I would love it so much if you would leave a comment just to say hi. I'm gonna have my Instagram and my TikTok in the description box as well. I'd love it if you'd follow me on there. And let me know the next full face brand that you want to see a tutorial on and just see all the products in action. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye everyone.